Todd Chrisley's most controversial comments since leaving jail. Hello dear. Welcome to my Allison News channel. On my channel you will find viral update news. Please subscribe my YouTube channel. Todd Chrisley may have left prison behind, but the scandal didn't stay locked up. Since his release, the former Chrisley Knows Best star has been on something of a media spree. And let's just say, his remarks are raising more eyebrows than his poorly blended contu. Never one to shy away from the spotlight, Todd's post-prison commentary has ranged from tone-deaf to downright offensive. Whether he's discussing his wife, his fellow inmates, or reality stars who didn't ask to be name-dropped, Todd is reminding us all why silence is sometimes the most luxurious accessory. Let's take a look at the most controversial things Todd has said since trading prison bars for podcast mics. Todd Chrisley's most controversial quotes since leaving prison. Personally, I'm not a fan of anyone who tries to hoodwink the IRS. But here we are talking about Todd. His Libere-style life has been forced back into our algorithms. But this time he isn't minding his PS and QS. I had Chick-fil-A. This one had jaws on the floor, especially considering the widespread reports of poor conditions and inedible meals in federal prisons. In December 2023, Todd told News Nation, "The food is literally, I'm not exaggerating, the food is dated and it's out of date by, at minimum, a year. It's a year past expiration. And they are literally starving these men to death here. These men are getting, I don't know, they are getting 1,000 calories a day." But upon his release, the podcaster was changing his tune. While on his podcast, he revealed, "I had Chick-fil-A. I'm not gonna come on here and lie." Todd recalled, "I had Chick-fil-A. I had Burger King, I had pizza. I had Culver's, which, let me just go ahead and tell you, this is not an ad, but Culver's is my jam now." The comments immediately sparked backlash, with critics calling it dismissive and out of touch. Was this a prison stay or a vacation? Coming from someone with a history of privilege, it felt like yet another moment where the bad guy is given special treatment. He added, "I had Olive Garden once, but I didn't like it." Todd really said this about his wife. Publicly. During their first podcast episode since being released from prison, Todd noted, "I'm not going to lie. When I first saw you when I got out of that car, I started thinking about going back. But then I thought, let me embrace this. This is a moment." Todd made it clear that when he first saw Julie, he wasn't attracted to her. The quote sent fans reeling, and not in the swooning way. Julie Chrisley, who stood by him through a federal trial, sentencing, and her own prison time, deserved better than being reduced to a mere first impression in a post-prison soundbite. Instead of complimenting her, Todd went on to say, "I will say, you set the bar low, you had nowhere to go but up." Is this what true love sounds like? Yikes. The internet lit up with fans calling the comment disrespectful, unnecessary, and proof that Todd's PR coaching might need a tune-up. This one crossed a line and then sprinted past it. Todd dropped this ominous bomb during a podcast appearance, suggesting that Patricia Altschul was allegedly in a dire health situation. Naturally, it all happened on Instagram after Pat commented, "There goes the neighborhood." Todd did not take the light-hearted joke well and clapped back. He said, she said, "Well, there goes the neighborhood," he said. "I've never had an issue with her. I've always held her in high regard. I always thought she was a classy lady." He added, "This is a woman that's in her 80s. She could be my mother." I said, "Please don't. Please don't go back on this old lady. Do not do that. Because at the end of the day, she's old." Not only did it come off as cruel, but it also felt like a cheap attempt at stirring up headlines. Fans and fellow Bravolebs slammed the comment as exploitative and inappropriate. Chrisley Knows Best streams on the USA Network.